So it'll just take a moment to refresh, and then people are still entertained. They're drinking together in the chat. It's great.
Nice. Good.
New stream has started. Okay, new stream started.
I still get the stupid countdown. Like I can't refresh. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's just a countdown. I suck.
So we have it. It's running. It's okay.
Are we live?
I believe we're back. The issue being, I think, that my computer's overheating from all these video streams. So I need to take a look at that.
You need to buy an AC and put it right next to your computer.
That's what I mean when taking a look at it. That's all I'm going to do. It's also super... Oh, maybe if I open the window, that might help.
How hot is it there, Andy? How hot is it at your place?
Well, Jen, I'm here.
Sweating.
It's currently... It's a solid 26 degrees in this room. That's quite warm.
26 is nothing. Come on.
Okay.
But
we are live again.
Degrees and at like 114 Fahrenheit. That was just like I felt my pants melting to my skin. So 26 degrees is nothing.
Okay. 26 is nothing, but tell that to the computer that just killed itself. So, people are back in the chat. I apologize profusely for all this happening, but oh, don't refresh. What? So, amazing. Valeria is sharing the link to this somewhere. Valeria is sorting us out in the chat there. Thank you, Valeria. Thank you to all the people that are managing this stream for us. You're doing a wonderful job.
Don't I have like the best fan club admin of Chile ever? Can we all just applause for Valeria for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Would you like another question from Valeria? Would you want to see Valeria on another video?
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
let's have another question from Valeria. Hang on, you won't be able to hear this, but the people in the chat will. Then I'll play it for
awesome.
you.
Right, back at you with another question. While we were waiting for the release, you guys shared some very interesting behind-the-scenes videos recording the album. So what other instruments / sounds did you use to add more texture to the songs? And of course, is there any funny story that you want to share?
So that was Valeria there asking a question. People in the live stream heard it, but we didn't back here, so I'm going to play it for you guys now. Here she comes.
Right, back at you with another question. While we were waiting for the release, you guys shared some very interesting behind-the-scenes videos recording the album. So what other instruments / sounds did you use to add more texture to the songs? And of course, is there any funny story that you want to share?
Man, girl, you have good questions. Seriously. Thank you so much for the good questions.
Go for it, Jen.
Well, I think the Turkish suz is one of the coolest instruments on the album. It's played at Andrew's hypothalamus during the and the story of that is next to the studio. I mean, I've been recording my first solo album there. I've been recording my Insanity album there. And so, of course, I went back there with Alen together to record our Something on 11 album. And next to that studio, there is an old secondhand music store. And that guy is just phenomenal. He has these he uses Post-its and writes on the Post-its like, this is a very good Suze guitar. And posted it on those guitars. And he's like, this is a very good flute. Buy this instrument. It's a very good flute. And post it. And then I just went in there, and every single time I made it a rule. Every time I'm at the studio recording an album or even a song, I want to go to that store and buy some secondhand instrument. And I went in there, and he had like one of these Alen accordions, like the
That's
one of these.
Ones, right?
A Wookiee.
Yeah, and I was just like, nah, this is not. But then I saw that Suze, and I was like, what is this?
Isn't that called Sas?
Suz, I think Suz or Saz. I don't know. It's from Turkey, anyway.
All right.
Sorry to all the Turkish people if I mispronounce it. But I just bought it, for a couple of bucks, and I came back to the studio, and I remember Martin, our studio guy, Martin Buchwalter, he was like, "The heck, Jen? Are you fucking serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's put this on the album, yeah." And I had no clue how to tune it. It had all these weird frets, and I loved it. So this is probably the weirdest thing on the album. And what else did we use? I don't know.
Well, nothing.
A lot of synth sounds. For these breakdown moments when the whole song has this atmospheric hole in the middle, like in Phil of India and like in A Rockstar in Disguise. We used a lot of modern synth sounds like stereo pan, super hard to the left and to the right. And there was also we used a dobra, like an Indian dobra, Indian dobra. That was also inside of that's why it's called Phil of India, because of the because of that dobra sound. But other than that, it's just guitar, bass, drums, vocals. Classic.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
And we
yeah.
have a door. Remember the end of the was it Phil of India? The door. I've recorded a door at a music store called Rockland, close to where I live, and I went there to see Andy Timmons do a guitar clinic. And I went to the toilet, and the door of the toilet, it just made such a phenomenal sound. It was just like, and I recorded it. And if you listen really closely to the end of, I think, Phil of India, and you listen to that door, you even can hear Andy Timmons talk in the background. So, because he was doing his clinic. And so Ellen and I can now say we're on a song together with Andy Timmons. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, that's badass, man. Yeah.
Oh, that was a great clinic. That was amazing. Yeah.
That was, oh yeah, you were there too. Exactly, yeah.
I was on tour with him
fun-
like for 2
Yes,
weeks. That was amazing.
Exactly. Yeah,
Does
that
that
was
mean
fun.
Dan's technically on the album?
No, but Andy is.
Yeah, but Andy is, because he was doing the clinic. He was speaking on stage
Yeah,
while
but
I
if Dan
just
was
like
there
recorded
also, then
his
No.
yeah. Well, he's physically sort of like in the vibe of the door recording.
oh dear. I'm going to hit you with another question from Valeria.
Right.
And,
Back at you with another question. Okay, last question. If you had the opportunity to create just one album that summarizes or represents what music means to you, what songs will go on that album?
right. Hopefully the people in the chat heard that, and I'll play it again for us
Oh,
live
sorry,
here.
man. We blubbered through her question. How impolite.
But I think you were talking about her guitar, so that was perfect.
Yes, of course.
Here we go.
Okay, last question. If you had the opportunity to create just one album that summarizes or represents what music means to you, what songs will go on that album?
If you had
Ellen,
Sorry,
Ellen,
got the
you go
question.
ahead. Like I can answer that. Ellen, you do it.
I don't know if I got it correctly. So, our songs like we wrote, or the songs in general, like what we like.
Well, Valeria's in the chat, so Valeria, maybe you could clarify that for Alan and Jen. I took it as like a covers album, but I don't know if that's actually what Valeria meant.
Then it's easy. Audio Slave, Show Me How to Live.
Great track.
Yeah.
So hopefully
And
Valeria is
deep
filling us
into
in.
the pain, Steve Vai, Sex and Religion, that too.
Two.
Any song, she says.
Well, then I would go with Exodus. It's a good day to die.
Maybe even I would put on. Oh, this is fun. Maybe I would put on a pop track, something like Lady Gaga, "Born This Way." Ellen, your turn. Next song.
shit, man. Uh, Counting High and Low. Aha.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not
Interesting.
expect that.
No,
Okay.
that came out of nowhere.
Well, we're talking about pop music, so let's do it.
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna add "Walls of Stupidity" by Freak Kitchen. Your
All
turn.
right.
This is fun.
This is fun, man, but I'm stuck. Wait a minute. All right. Liberian Girl, Michael Jackson.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
That is
I'm-
a deep cut.
You-
That is
you
an
guys-
awesome track.
You guys
Yeah.
don't know I'm a very romantic person, you know.
Holy shit.
Let's make it more difficult. If you could
Uh,
choose one song from your album, which one would it be?
I can't.
You
I
could
can't. Listen.
easily.
It's like you have 8 kids and you're being asked like which is your favorite one. You can't pick. It's impossible. It's not possible.
All right, let me rephrase Andy's question. Which song from the album describes your relationship to Ellen the best?
My relationship to Alan,
Yeah, like musical relationship, your musical connection.
Andrew's hypothalamus.
Yeah.
Because it's the one song where we literally play a harmonized melody, and I think that shows how great the connection is and how well we function together as musicians
All right.
and friends. Alan?
I would pick up that To Live or To Die.
Yeah.
Why? Because the first day I met Jen, it was in one studio in Germany where I was recording my latest album, and then after that I asked her if she's gonna, to be my special guest on that record, and what she delivered to me with the background vocals was like those kind of.
Yeah, do it.
I can't.
Do it.
Why
Do
you
it.
talk?
I can't. You know when it's like
falling
a
off my chair.
rap metal shit, kind of Flame Biscuit stuff. I was never into this so much, and I don't even know how to do music or sing like that. So she came with that. And there is it's already happening in that To Live or To Die, which I love so much. That riff and that the way she's singing, like she said, like fuck that shit, man. That's so much power, more power than in the band, like kind of more with Angel or something. No, really. There is so much aggression and power and everything you can expect from lady, man.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Holy
so I would go like with To Live or To Die. I love that riff. And the second right after this, it's
Say Andrew's hypothalamus, please.
not hypothalamus, it's the other one. Land of Bliss. I love that song, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that song.
So I think we reached the point in this lovely group chat where Ellen and I are going to ask you guys, which is your favorite song of our album and why?
I'll let Dan
True.
go first because mine's a
Come
pretty obvious
on.
answer.
Come on, let's.
Well, yours is pretty obvious.
Well, just because
Yeah.
it's in the song title doesn't mean it's his favorite song, though.
Yeah, but I gotta say, to me, when I listened to the album, it felt like that was a very kind of organic that came to an album that came together in a very organic way, because you started writing back like a couple months, a couple years ago, and it kind of became what it is now. And I don't know how many iterations all those songs went through, but to me, you can really see that this is like, it really represents you. It's not something that is a part of a certain stream of music or genres. It's basically just
Yep.
representing your styles, and it's kind of hard to really focus on what was. I'm
loving
let
this
me-
right now. This is my favorite part of the stream.
Wait! I'm not familiar with all the titles. I'm completely honest here, but
You can sing.
No, then you can just talk in general, like you're already doing. That's totally fine.
No, but I got like one song that reminded me a lot of the Freak Kitchen approach, and this is where I thought like,
Long Black
okay,
Train.
this
Instrumental one or with vocals?
with vocals.
Oh, with vocals.
I'll find out. I'll find out later. But this was really a part where I thought it shines through, and this is what I like. If you can tell what were the musical influences of the artist, but he takes his music influences and merges it into something else.
Ellen, how about dun 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 dun? That one?
What?
That's called to live or to die.
Yeah,
with
that
the
is
seven.
Yeah, and
Super deep love.
Yeah. Like the very
called,
fast at the beginning. Yeah.
It's not fast at the beginning.
Nope, then it's wrong. Then it's the wrong one.
Did you listen to our album?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe then you're talking
we talked about it. Come on, we talked about it today.
You know, the very fast riff at the beginning, it's a rock star in disguise. That has a riff like hell fast, you know.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Ah.
The last song I listened today on my drive back home.
All right. So there's me singing that song. So
Ellen, you go explain that song.
Yeah.
Because I just did it on our Instagram live, walking everybody through Rockstar in Disguise. Like your interpretation of the song.
Tell us more about that.
Well.
Why, Ellen? Why?
Why me? Well, Rockstar, I don't know. Man, you know, I'm a big fan of heavy metal music. All kind of metal, like subgenres and everything. So I grew up with the thrash metal, like we said already, Testament, and Sepultura, Megadeth, and all that stuff. So it's probably obvious where it came from, you know. So from those like teenagers when I really wanted to play this riffing stuff, and I just came up with the idea, like, you know, noodling on my guitar, and that was like that like almost every other song, you know. And then I wanted to put more like into you know, more focus into lyrics, to not talk about something we all heard about many times, you know. So you don't hear so much that people are talking about ourselves. And I was talking more about our profession. I wanted to tell the people that, you know, okay, there's a bunch of people who see us as a kind of rock stars, you know, so having a easy and fun life, and
we're partying all the time.
And you know, but it's actually in the real life, that's like a super serious job, you know. And there's a lot of issues in the background of that job, what we all know. But I wanted to, you know, to say that we look maybe sometimes like clowns, you know, while we performing on stages and stuff. But at the end of the day, you get back to your room, hotel, or you go home, no matter what, and you're the same person like everyone else who is working the day job. We have our own the same problems, I would say. You know, we eat the same food, we do the same things like completely random normal people, you know. The only moment where you can see us kind of shiny, it's the stage moment, you know. And that's actually our the best part of the whole job, you know.
Yep.
And I wanted to just talk about these things, you know, to get this thing a little bit closer to the audience, to try to explain them that we are just humans. That's all, you know. Somebody's a director in a company, it's a, I don't know,
architect, like, lawyer, doctor,
whatever. And we are musicians, and that's totally fine. And we are pretty much, me personally, I hate differences between the people. I don't like when somebody put himself like on a higher position than the rest, because I don't see the difference in anybody. Even if it's a like biggest star on the planet, I would go to that person, like approach him like a normal people, you know, like a normal guy, friend, whatever. And when I see that, it turns me really, really, you know, sometimes even mad, you know.
See,
So I
that's
go
the reason
crazy.
why Ellen and I get along so well, because we have the same understanding of nobody's worth more or less just because they
That's
play in
right.
front
Yeah.
of big audiences. It doesn't make a difference. All humans are equal, and it doesn't matter if you're female, male, transgender, skunk. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, you know. We are all the same, and we're having the same, almost the same rules, you know, for everybody on this planet. So
Yeah.
I would not pick up anybody and put him a little bit higher.
Except
or
Nano
my
Discord. Sorry. No, I take that back.
Yeah, the point is you should just like give respect to everybody, no matter what they
Yes.
do and how they are called and what nation they are or what kind of religion or whatever.
Yep.
You know, we are all equal, and this is the rule of Jen and me. That's how we get along to each other, you know, easily, because we have the same point of view to the life and stuff.
Yep. Exactly.
Was the song written like backstage? Because it really has that vibe as if you just walked off stage and then you know your brain started working like, okay, now what am I doing now after the
Well,
show? You know,
Yeah, we can easily say yes, because I wrote that song like 2-3 days in between of my tour. I
All
came
right.
home to wash my laundry, you know, and then just wrote it because I had just like three days off, you know. So I had to deliver something and leave it for her that she can work with all these ideas and everything. So I went back to on tour, you know. This is how we did the whole album.
It was really crazy because Ellen was on tour on this giant 3 months tour.
3 months,
with little breaks, but I was gone the whole time. I was in the States, and you know the time differences and everything. And he would send ideas, and I'm like, yeah, I can't record right now, and I don't have any idea because we're playing 2 shows, and then I have a next day off. And he's like, well, but then I'm gonna be on the road. It was crazy. If I think back now, like that year was crazy. I think I've
Totally
never
crazy.
been more on the road than 2018 and parts of 2019. And
That's right.
it's
Yeah.
that we even were able to make this happen and talk to each other and create this is just phenomenal. And I think it's another reason to just be so proud of our album.
Absolutely.
very cool. And he's just shaking his head.
I'm just a bit overwhelmed by how lovely this conversation is, and since we started doing this live on the channel, the people in the chat are always wonderful, and you've just echoed everything that goes on. And the very reason I started my channel is just to have a nice place for people to hang out and talk about guitars. So I really appreciate you guys bringing that tonight.
We appreciate you, Andy, and we still want to know which is your favorite song off our album. If it's not Andrew's Hypothalamus.
Well, of course, I have to put a special place for Andrew's Hypothalamus, but it would be wrong of me to say that's my favorite when it isn't. I really like Soul Suffer Pay.
Souls of a Payment. Okay, gotcha.
Again, I listened to the album and I don't know the track names that well, but just the rhythm of that song. What about Andrew's Hypothalamus is the journey that the song takes you on, and there's so many different parts in it. And I love that sort of in a Bohemian Rhapsody kind of different parts of a song kind of way. And I guess Led Zeppelin as well, like Whole Lotta Love, like this breakdown and stuff.
Holy shit, Ellen, did you just hear that? He compares it to like, oh God.
No. let me just reveal something about that song. That's super private. So you know how we called that song before we actually put the title of that song? I have to tell you guys. So Satch Boogie.
Working title. That's a nice
that
one.
was the working title. That was Satch Boogie, you know, because of that riff. It's kind of shuffling, you know, and stuff. So that probably reminded Jen, and she came up. You know, what was it called?
Look, this is Satch Boogie. This is Satch.
Yeah, how is it called? The song you sent like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, which one? Now that one, the other one. You know, oh, okay, that's that one. Okay, let's call it Satch Boogie. All right, so that one goes on the record. Yeah, so that was working title for that song, Soul Suffer Payment. Satch Boogie. Yeah,
Satch Boogie.
Yeah, it's just a great track, and of course it has a video to it, so that it sort of expands on the experience of the song, and it's so much fun to see you guys having fun
Yeah.
Genuinely,
There's
actually, I want to
definitely-
ask you, Alan, do you know anything about cars? Because I trusted you in that video.
Did you ask me?
In the video, when you're the car mechanic, it looks like you know what you're doing. Because I know nothing about cars, but you were like, that
Oh.
goes there,
Oh,
that
this
goes
is so
there,
good.
put that one there. And I thought, yeah.
All right. I tell you the story. Listen. So 10 years ago, my life, started being a little bit easier because I joined that big band in Germany and we started playing these big arena tours and stuff. So since then, I have no problems with my cars. But before, man, I was more under my car than in my car driving, So I always had the shitty cars and I always had the problem no matter what I did. There is a one interesting story. I supposed to go play the gig in Slovenia. So you have to cross the border. And I had the Golf, Volkswagen Golf, #1 Cabrio.
Wow.
Looked
Classic.
great. Yeah, classic. Looked great, but was totally fucked up. Machine was totally fucked up. So the night, it was like afternoon, and I sat in my car and I went to that gig, and I just came to the border where the how do you call it? It's a gas. It's not a gas, but the thing you have to press down the pedal that you go faster. How is that called? That it's not
The
clutch.
accelerator.
Accelerated, but the other one where you're changing the speeds. How is it called? Is that clutch?
Yes.
The
It's
gear?
clutch, right?
Yes.
All right. So that broke.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. So you could not put the in a different speed, in another speed, like second or third or something. So and I went
What
by
gear,
side
what
of
gear were you in? Like the second one? So you went like, yeah!
That was terrible, man. I had like GTI, the Golf Cabrio, GTI, like horsepowers like hell. And I couldn't do any shit with that thing. So watch this. Now it's coming to the point. So I went by side and I took the guitar cable. Because back then, on these cars, you could easily just go under and find a little hole or something where the whole thing is going to connect it to machine. And I knew a little bit roughly about how that whole thing is working, So I went down and I put the guitar cable connected with the piece of I don't know what into the machine, and this is how I went through the border. And then I show my passport to the guy there on the border, and he was like, "Okay, no problem. Where you going?" I say, "Yeah, I'm going to play the gig here tonight." "All right, good. Bye." And the next thing you see me like, woo, making a whole lot of noise on the border just because I took that cable. I pulled it so fast, so hard because I was nervous that guy will realize what the fuck I'm doing with that broken car, And then I came there and I made the gig happen and everything was great. So this is, when you ask me about car, don't ask me. I can talk about this shit for 7 days,
Well, you can fix it with guitar cables.
Well, I did.
That's a good guitar story indeed.
That's
guitar
Dan, that might be my
man.
favorite guitar story I've ever heard.
Remember that one day when I fixed that VW Golf 1 Series with a guitar cable?
Yeah,
That's an amazing story. Thank you so much.
it's one of those. Yeah, there's a lot of them, but in 30 years, so many things happened.
Yeah.
I've got to give a shout out to someone in the chat. It's Metalhead Hippie, who's left a few messages.
Oh, Metalhead Hippie, hi!
He's playing one of your
Great
songs
to have you
on
here.
his show tonight. One of your songs will be on his show tonight.
Thank you
I
so
missed
much
which
for
one
the
it was.
support.
Yeah, so welcome to the chat. I know you've been in there a while, and it's taken me a while to get round to you. I'm very sorry about that, Metalhead Hippie. Valeria's posting links on how to buy the album. Oh, you guys got it nailed, man. Yeah, so Dan, I don't think.
What was the What was the question? Didn't you say he had a question?
Who? Metalhead Hippie?
Metalhead Hippie.
Not as far as I know. I just saw that he's playing your track on the show tonight.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
Let the cookie talk a little bit.
Cookie,
Yeah.
do you want to say something?
Say something. Come on.
Oh, he's shy.
He's shy. All right.
He was talking the whole day, but now he's shy, right? You're shy. Can you say, I love you? I love you? No. Okay. Moving on. Sorry.
So disappointed. Maybe it's because he can't hear us because you've got the headphones on.
Yeah,
What
probably.
it is.
It's just me talking weird stuff, answering to. What are you doing? Are you chewing up
Changing.
my? You want to sit here on top of it? Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So cookies in the chat now.
Accept all cookies.
This could be the weirdest ASMR channel ever.
Yeah.
Bird walks on microphone.
Turn around. Turn around.
Well, let me see if my cat is somewhere here so I
Turn
can
around.
bring the cat in.
Has anyone got a bigger pet than a cat? Can we raise a cat? Dog? Horse?
Yeah, but he's not here. He's outside.
But
I
he's
can't
beautiful.
bring-
You should see Alan's cat. Like he's amazing. He's
Well,
like a furry tiger. He's
Did you
so-
ever see? Did you ever see Jen my pappagallo, that parrot? What I
You sent me a
had like
picture. Yes.
the huge one.
Yes.
Yeah, she passed away.
I just have this small one.
Oh. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Papagallo was great.
pappagallo. Yeah.
What are you looking at, Cookie? The heck? Huh? What?
I'm now quite literally watching a bird in Germany,
Yeah.
expecting
So do,
it to do
do you
something.
have any more questions from the chat or anything? I don't want Cookie to just Are you picking my lashes? No, don't.
Saranga said we're slowly turning into Henning's channel. I assume because of the animals at the end, and we are
He's
quite near the end.
So does it mean Cookie is concluding this episode?
I mean, I could quite happily sit here and watch that bird eat your eyes.
Oh
no,
my
he's
god.
taking my artificial lashes off.
Call 911.
Cookie. No.
Alan,
no, wrong.
Alan and Jen, thank you so much for joining us. Dan, I'm going to call it because I want Alan to go away and write a book about car and guitar stories.
Oh man,
Include it as
one
part
day I'm
of
gonna do that for sure.
when you release
It's
the
gonna
physical
be
album.
like-
If you do
like
a
a
physical
Bible.
album, put an edition of Alan's guitar car stories in, and I will absolutely buy one for sure.
Hey, this is going to be a very, very big one. You know, like a Bible. We have a lot of stories to tell, man.
Maybe that's what
It's
people are
not
missing,
just-
like road stories. I think that's
It's not just music. It's everything but music. But that's fun. It's funny.
Yeah.
Isn't it always like the stuff in the background, like the behind stuff is the funny stuff that is not the concert, not the usual stuff. It's always what
Absolutely.
happens around. It's like that's the funniest shit ever.
Yeah.
Just well, in my life at least.
You know, yeah, I would say like maybe the funniest could be like when your drummer put the wrong number on your metronome right before you start.
Tell that story. Tell that story because that's so good.
well, let's have one more stories from Alan. Come on.
Yes, totally.
Oh yeah, man, come on.
No, tell that
Yeah.
story. It's so good.
So the guy who I play for, you know, in Germany, Austria, and should I say the name? Right, I can, right?
Yeah, absolutely. you can.
Andreas Gabalier.
Absolutely.
So we went on tour. I don't know, it was like 2013 or 14 or
lashes.
something.
God damn it. Sorry.
And then right before the song, the song was ballad. It was, let's say it was like 60 BPMs. This is very slow. So the drummer
It's so good. It's so good.
you know, was dark. In between the songs, usually the lights go down and stuff, and it was really dark. And he's supposed to just put the correct number into this metronome because everyone is following the drummer, right? And he put like 45 or something or 50. I don't know, but
No,
we were.
it was
really-
way slower than 60, 65.
Yeah. 65 is slower, but if you go like 45, come on, man, we're gonna die there on stage. You know? All was good. So all was good. And then the artist, the Andreas, started singing. and then we all realized that we are fucked, because the song was called how is that called? Home Sweet Home. It's the one of these songs he wrote on English, and he started like wherever. And he started turning around, go, and he couldn't find what the fuck. He was looking at me. What the fuck is going on? I said, I don't know, man. It's your song. And then he realized the drummer, it's leading the tempo and all that shit. So he turned back to him and was like, well, all is good. No, it's not, man. We are dying here. And then the drummer, Marco, he just went to see that metronome thing, and it was like different number, of course, wrong number and everything. So he didn't know what to do, and he just like he was pushing the metronome to get on the point, to get back to the 65 BPMs. And we supposed to follow that. I mean, hey, I'm talking about arena show, like I don't know,
Like
15,000
people.
Yeah, like 15, 20,000 people in front of you, and you're doing such a bullshit, And that was so much fun, man. So you hear the song slowly getting back on point, how it should be. Jesus, I couldn't stop laughing the whole show. My entire 2.5 hours was terrible.
I love that story. He told me when he first told me, I couldn't stop laughing. I was crying. I was on the phone and he was talking and I was crying tears of laughter because I thought it was so hilarious.
That's the best. No, really, this is the best. When this shit happened, this is really the best.
Oh, we have the perfect description in the chat. Sarang wrote, slow singing on a burning stage.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Those are the best stories. Well, guys, it was such a pleasure to have you on the show.
thank you so much for having us. It was such a fun
You're
talk.
more than welcome. Yeah.
Actually, Jen was the first guest to be reoccurring on our show. So now, luckily, she brought Alen with her.
Yay! And I came back with Ellen and Cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jen's connecting people.
Yes, that's the purpose of life, connecting good people.
It was years ago was Nokia, and now it's Jen.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Jen
God.
connecting people. Yeah. You know how Dan and Andrew, you know what? There's a few friends, like mutual friends of Jen and me. And, when she was usually on tour all these years, and every time when she's supposed to be back in Germany, and then we've been on phone, and then, the Queen is coming back to Europe. Now we are fucked. We have to zip a lip. Because,
say that.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing, because she's that one who is always super serious when it comes to business. And we usually talk about the things like Leipzig Music Park, how to do this and who's doing what and all that stuff. So that's the usual thing when she's coming back on tour. Let's be ready because the storm is coming, Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, Dan.
Yep.
What a great...
Oh, wait, he's talking.
He said Cookie. Cookie. No, he wants to clean himself. Okay, he's not going to say Cookie. But anyway, you all heard Cookie talk.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think we
Cookie,
can
right?
top that, can we, Dan?
No.
Nope. That's the ultimate culmination, having Cookie talk.
Well, Alan, Jen, thank you so much. I hope that the album does as well as it deserves to do. I hope, Alan, that you write a book. There's also a request for Jen to write some stories down as well. I personally think that would make for awesome content, and I, for one, would certainly purchase one of those sort of books, or I don't know how it would come out. But yeah, Dan, we did it. We had a 4-person podcast, and it only went wrong twice.
Yes, you guys did it. And thank you, Andy. Thank you, Dan, for having us on your Guitar Stories podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you so much.
That was so much fun.
Before we
talking to
sign
friends.
out, sorry to mention this, Dan, but we didn't do any Mandalorian talk last week, and we have to do some Mandalorian talk this week. Just one question. Was The Mandalorian any good, Dan?
Cookie just took off my lashes.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
That's our Mandalorian.
Yes, it was. despite not being
Really?
not heading towards where I wanted it to go, but it was still a great episode.
So, and I can now see a Megadeth album behind Alen.
Yes.
Is it?
Oh, you see the
Talk about the
Megadeth?
Megadeth album, the vinyl. You
Yeah.
have right there.
How
Right
did I miss
there.
that whole
Yeah,
episode?
I'm a big fan of vinyls and CDs, man. I have a bunch of things here. And that one is Rust in Peace. It's famous record from 1981.
Oh
or
God,
something.
Cookie!
Well, Jen, do you need some help there? What's going on?
Is that a re-release of the vinyl, or is that the old one?
Well, I prefer always the old ones because I know a few places in Germany where they sell like secondhand vinyls. And so I go there. It's pretty much, it's not so expensive. So you can get for like, I don't know what, $10 or something. You can get the real one from back in the days, you know.
Yeah.
But if there's nothing like this, then I go and buy the new one. No, not of this earth. Oh man, I have that record, but not this one. I have the other one when. Is that original or what is this?
Yeah, that is original from 1986.
Holy shit, that's so cool! Oh my God, you have the original one?
Well, one of the first ones. That's actually a review version of it.
Wow.
So
And Steve Vai did the review. Like Steve Vai, there's a Steve Vai quote on it.
yeah,
That's
Steve Vai
so
quote.
cool.
Jeez,
and
that's so cool.
This is like it says which journalist it belonged to. So yeah, that was great.
You
Jeff
know which-
Capitelli.
So
yeah,
cool.
you know which song is my favorite from that record?
No, which one is it?
Guess.
Rubina? Because
That's
you're
right.
yeah, because you're a romantic guy. You're
Yeah, I'm a
guy.
romantic guy. I love Rubina, man. That song is beautiful. It's such a beautiful song. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Man, we got to do that again, guys.
Totally, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
I have to leave you with something from the chat from Nissan 570 LSX, who says, "If birds were the size of cars, we'd be food. But if you tame one, you can fly in it."
Wow,
That's,
I love that.
That's deep.
that.
That's
That sums
deep.
up this chat for me, guys. Thank you so much.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
that's deep. Yes.
Julio.
Thank you to the people in the chat for hanging out tonight. If you're listening to the audio version over on iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts, then thank you also for listening. I hope you had a great day and a great time listening to this. Dan, any final words?
Yeah, subscribe to Andy's channel. Check out
course.
the Something on 11 record. It's cool.
Yes, please.
Give us a rating on iTunes, the Guitar Stars podcast. And of course, be gentle, be kind to everyone. Listen to good music, embrace life, and spend your time with people that you like and love. So have a good
love
night,
that.
all.
Wonderful.
Bye.
I love
Don't
that.
go anywhere. I'm just going to play
Thank
the
you,
end
guys.
credits.